It's week 3 of the 2022 season, and we've got a showdown in the NFC East. It's the Giants and the football team, and it's coming up next.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Jameis now on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. B.J. Hill gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, Winston's throw there taken in by Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Jameis to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Being chased out left. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield. Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And Gay knocks this one through. And it's 3-0 Washington. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an effort.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On 2nd down now, Mayberry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also...
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. There are 2 words that we... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And Winston lost the football. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Open space inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On play action, Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Again, it's Winston. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 5 now. Jones, he finds his man, complete. That's Bishop, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
From the 41, Jones. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go. A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Flush to his right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So that one will be accepted. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Now a give, right side. Mayberry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
On second down, Mayberry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Mayberry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Gano's kick is right through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that
lead. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following a field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Gibson. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, a run with Gibson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Winston. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Jameis again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This for a fourth quarter lead. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayberry. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Bishop. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Joe.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Winston.
Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Winston.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
77 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
On 1st down, Mayberry. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did. And